Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at Just Keep Swimming _podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your friend, your boy, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who I got with me. It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr.
Donovan Jackson.
Okay, all right.
Nah, not today.
No? Okay, Captain. Fine.
It's an interesting topic for today.
Fine, Captain.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll be Captain Capper, but mainly Donovan Jackson.
I feel it. Yes, sir. Y'all good today, bro, though?
Oh, yeah. Just, after that, being bloated and shit before I came over here. But, yeah, no, I'm doing all right now.
Good. How you feeling better?
Thank you for the tabs.
Yeah, y'all missed it, man. He just been busting my house and ran right to the toilet and knocking me over and everything.
Wow. That's cat. I salute to you as that's cat.
Yes.
Not cap.
But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so you just heard him. We have another special guest in the house, bringing him back to the microphone for, the fifth time?
I think so.
Yeah, just about the fifth time. Fourth or fifth, yeah. So we bring back my little cousin, Mr. Melvin. Mr. Melvin, how we doing today, fam?
Oh, I'm chilling. You know me.
No, sir.
I'm always chilling. Try to stay out the way.
Stay cool. Yeah, it's hot
especially in this
out there,
fucking heat.
That part.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting here like, man, we gotta turn the fan off for this episode. It's like it's real hot in this man.
I'm taking off my button up right now.
Sweatshop?
Yeah.
Sweatshop for real. It's sauna in here. Yes. So we actually got a really good episode for you guys today, as always. And I'm actually gonna let Mr. 13 introduce the episode a little bit because he's actually the one who thought of the topic for us today. So Mr. 13, go ahead and take over for me.
So today I want to bring up humbleness and accountability. Mostly because of a recent decision that I made a couple of days ago to kind of atone for some of my past mistakes that I've been letting linger over my back over the last couple of years. And I've been thinking about doing this action for probably the last 2 or 3, probably since like 2020. And on Tuesday night, it was never like, that was finally the night where it felt like it was the right time to do so, given some of the events that transpired throughout the day.
Right.
So, I guess I can start it off just to kind of like set the premise and see if you guys can kind of relate to it. But during my bout up in Reno, I was in a relationship for about a year to 2 years, and in the beginning it was great, but I have to admit that I wasn't the most healthiest person, and I was definitely not easy to be with, and a lot of my actions have hurt my ex-partner.
Boy, we finna have some moments in this one.
Oh yeah,
hey, no, trust me. So
we finna,
based off what he told me was like, I'm hitting Melvin up because we just discussed this. So
and this is gonna get real, and I promise you, I just won't. This conversation we gonna have is not to try to like rekindle, but to just like, I guess, get it out, just get it out, because it'll linger over you for sure.
Yes, 100%. And you know, the fact that it was lingering over for so long is what really got me. And there's countless times, not countless, I would say there's a couple times in my like most recent serious relationship where like I was like, you know, kind of how I'm acting right now is because like I'm still trying to atone for those past mistakes in the previous relationship.
Yeah.
You know? So you know, it started off with me being at work, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like listening to some TikTok because you know, I was kind of bored, but I was still kind of just doing my work. And one of the TikToks was talking about the man that wrestled with God in the Bible. His name is Jacob. And you know, I kind of dove a little bit deeper, so I went to YouTube to just kind of put in the background. I was like, okay, what did it really, what did that symbolize? Yeah. What did it symbolize Jacob wrestling with God for? And one of the points that was kind of sticking out to me was, you know, after Jacob fled his family from kind of swindling his brother Esau into getting the birthright blessing, because back in the days, the first child to come out was automatically deemed that was going to get the birthright. But he swindled his dad into getting it, and then he ran away. And when he ran away, he found I think he went to like a relative's house, and like he found one of his daughters, and he fell like madly in love with her. So in a kind of karmic way, the relative was like, okay, well, if you want to marry my daughter, we have a tradition, and you have to work for me for 7 years. So he worked those 7 years, and it felt like a day to him. But then he ended up getting played, and he got married, or he ended up sleeping with the youngest daughter. He's like, yo, what's going on? So, you have to start from like the bottom in a sense.
I think it was the oldest daughter, because you had to marry the oldest first.
It was the youngest, because he wanted to marry the oldest. From what I was told.
Okay.
So, you know, if you want to get to the oldest, the one you really want, you have to work for me another 7 years. So he did so, but what came with that is like, okay, well, I gotta take her home. But back at home, Esau's trying to kill me because he's super mad that I swindled him out of his birthright. So on his way back, you know, he's just exhausted and tired from, you know, the life he was kind of living, and he laid down in this hut, and this man came down, like this angel, and he started wrestling with him. He wrestled with him throughout the night into the early like wake of the morning. And you know, the man was like, yo, I'm done, I'm about to leave. But Jacob was like, no, I'm not letting you go until I get my blessing. And in a sense, from what that symbolized is like, even through all the things that he did, and even the reason why he's going back in the first place is like, yo, I have to face what I've been running away from for all the things that I did. And the man blessed him, God blessed him, because first off, you contended with God. And you faced me as you are, and did not let go because of your faith or what you wanted to get out of it. So I'm gonna bless you and rename you. And as the sermon was telling me this, like, just one thought was coming to my mind was just, let me apologize to her. Like, I deleted her number. I didn't have her on any social media or anything, but I knew, you know, she had Instagram. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time for me to just apologize. So I sat there and wrote it out, and I felt my body wanted to, you know, kind of like unintentionally put some excuses or trying to explain what I did. But I was like, no, this just needs to be a straight up apology. It doesn't matter, it was already done. Like, what's the explanation going to do? I need to just sincerely, honestly apologize for all that I've done. And you know, naturally I want to ask for forgiveness, but that's not the end goal. I'm not going to be mad if she doesn't forgive me. I don't expect her to. But I'm going to say this, and it doesn't matter what she thinks of it either. She could think I'm lying or I'm trying to get back with her, but at least I'm saying my truth because I know why the fuck I'm apologizing in the first place. So let me get that out there. And thankfully, you know, she did reply and said, you know, hope you're doing well too. I forgive you. I hope you have a good one. And I was like, cool. That's it. And in a way, it was kind of me confronting God in a sense to ask him to forgive me for all the heinous actions that I did. And I think that's going to like start a journey of just me letting go of that weight that I've been holding on for so long and start actually continuing to grow in the places that I need to be.
Right. I think a lot of people, like, they want to do that same thing, like just reach out, and then layman terms, I guess, just ask for, like, not ask for forgiveness, but just put it out there.
Right. Yeah.
But I think the reason why people don't do it is because the other person is going to assume that either this person is trying to get back with me because they may be going through something in life.
Yeah.
Like, he or she's battling with their karma, so they're trying to rewrite it and fix it and come back. Or it's just like, you don't want to be like, I'm asking for forgiveness, and this person just like goes at you and like, no, I'm not going to forgive you, A, B, and C. But I feel like in those moments, you just have to get it off of you. And what people say, like, let go and let God.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I'm letting you deal with it. Like, I'm cool on it. Like, I'm tired of this burden being on me. Like, as a human, you have so much stress to deal with day in and day out. But when you constantly are dealing with that one little thought in your brain that is small, but you just can't get rid of it. And throughout your day, no matter how much big stuff you encounter, no matter how much like other stuff you just deal with, that one little thing is still just right there. It's like it's like a wet spot.
Yeah.
It's like once you step in it, you be like, fuck, like, I gotta go change my sock now. But then it's just like, oh shit, like I might as well finish the dishes now. I'm already pissed off. You know what I mean? But it's like, I've been dealing with that lately. Me and Jack have been having conversations about a past relationship. And it's like, I wanna reach out and forgive, but it's just like, I don't want this person to think I'm trying to reach out because I want to rekindle. I just don't want what I did to
Scar them.
Scar you into thinking every man is like this, because it's like, you can have the person in your face who is trying to give you this, but if you have the shield up, you're not going to receive that. And it's like, do I just sit back and be like, do I just pray about it and say and let it go, or do I reach out and actually ask this person? Or how do I do it? But then it's weird because I'm in a relationship now and I don't want to feel like I'm disrespecting my girl. You feel me? Because like, it's a weird dynamic, because it's like, do you just be like, hey, I'm just reaching out on a human level? Like, this has nothing to do with rekindling anything. This is just me wanting to get this out of me. So me and this person who I dragged through the mud, who I disrespected, who I made look like a fool, do I do that and let them just be like, hey, all is forgiven and you go about your life? Or do I just sit back and just hold it in and just be like, okay, like, look, I don't want to disrespect my girl, and I just go about it that way? And that's the battle that I think we all deal with.
Right.
And it's weird because it's like, when somebody has moved on, but then you also sit there and be like, every person deserves to be apologized to when you did something to them and they didn't even ask for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the battle that's been happening lately, and it's weird because it's like, it's been weighing heavy on me, and it's like, what do you do? Like,
right. No, and I feel what you're saying. Like, I was listen to both of you guys' stories. Just to focus on the topic, it's like you have the mindset of now, like, I want to be humble now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you took it, like you said, Dom, you sent the message out in the most humble way you could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You made sure that you didn't show the intentions, or, make sure there was no negative intentions behind your message.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that this message is an apology. Nothing more, nothing less.
That part.
And it sounds like, on Melvin's side, you have the intentions, you want to be humble, you just don't want to, like you said, screw up something else, trying to be humble for this one scene, And I can understand that feeling of, what do I actually do? How do I actually follow up on this? Me personally, I believe that I always feel to the point now, like, man, if you feel like you got to say something, sit down, think about it.
Yeah.
And if 2 days later, if you keep feeling that same feeling over and over, my mind says just do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it, get your words together. Make sure, like you said, you write the message with no intentions or without no negative intentions. Let them know, hey, I'm just want to apologize for this, that, and the third. A, B, C, take accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You want to be humble and you want to take accountability for what you did. and then it's kind of hard to understand how the other person will react.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand that fear for sure, because I always felt that, you know, I'm gonna take accountability for something. Like, yeah, my bad for you know, breaking your heart back in when I was in school or whatever, and you know, she might come back and fuck you, bitch, hope you die. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing voodoo dolls on you every day. You know, for all I know. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of it, I always come with the thought of, I can control my actions, thoughts, actions, or reactions. Yeah. You know, so it's like,
but I can't control how you respond to
exactly.
it.
I can't control how you respond.
That shouldn't be the thing that changes your mindset on it.
Yeah, the response shouldn't fear. You know, the response, you shouldn't be fearful of the response, because 9-10 times, you know, we always think the worst. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We always start off thinking the worst to the fullest, and a lot of times, majority of the time in life, it never goes to the worst. Yeah. You know, and I think that's the problem that we always have in life. We always just think that, oh, if I do this, it's gonna blow up this. Mm-hmm. This girl gonna DM my girl, and be like, why is this nigga DM me talking about he's sorry and shit?
Yeah,
like,
and it's like,
you know.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's like, it sucks, but I think even on the flip side, like, I guess you can ask the question, like, would you be okay with your girl if you reached out to her ex and apologized for cheating on him with you, or you know what I'm saying, doing him wrong? Like, how would you accept that? Like, would you be like, oh yeah, you're like, you know, I understand it, or would you have like some like, damn, we did get into an argument last week, are you trying to rekindle? Like, your mind goes to different places, and it's like, it's a bunch of different variables you deal with when it comes down to something so simple as just apologizing.
But with all of that and like the things in the background of what the fears is, it's not allowing you to be your most authentic self. Yeah. So my thing was, I think that kind of played into a role of my previous relationship, and then also just how like I've been acting up until I apologized, was, yo, because of all the bad shit that I did to her and all of the pain that I gave her, like, to rectify that, other than apologizing, I've just been trying to do the best I can, and that kind of takes away my authenticity of who the fuck I am. Yeah, I smoke. Yeah, I drink. Yeah, sometimes I have these certain feelings that I want to say these certain things, but like, to rectify all that bad shit, and I realized I was all wrong, I'm gonna try not to be like that, but I'm betraying myself. Yeah. So in doing fucking what everybody else is thinking and doing what you need to do to actually, you know, fortify those wrongs, no matter what they're going to react off of. Yeah. Now you let yourself free to be who you are. Yeah, because by apologizing, you accepted the fact that you actually did all that shit rather than trying to hide from it, you know? So once you accepted that, it kind of teaches you and guides you to accept yourself as who you are now, and even trying to forgive yourself for the way you've been acting in spite of all of that before. And now you're getting closer to being free from your limitations and other people's ideologies and thoughts and reactions and things like that. You know?
No, and I get what you're saying, because my mindset is going back to the story, the Bible story. You know, he sat there and wrestled with God. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he wrestled with him all night long, and then in the morning, you know, he's like, you're not leaving until you get my blessing. But it's like, what does that wrestling signify? Yeah. You know, the wrestling is the fear. Yes. You know what I'm saying? The fear that he's fighting, the fear of, you know, losing, you know what I'm saying? The fear of looking dumb and getting beat by another man or whatever the case may be. And then, you know, finally at the end, he realizes that, I fought you all night, but I still need you to just say it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But
and in a sense, like, okay, to kind of continue where they left off, right? After he asked for that,
he went and met his brother.
No, right before that, God broke his hip, or dislocated his hip to where he had a limp for the rest of the life. Oh wow. But it's like, yo, just because you did that, just because you wrestled with those thoughts and you actually committed to doing what you're gonna do, doesn't mean that's not gonna leave you a scar. Yeah. But that's a scar of that you did the right thing. Yeah. You did the right thing to be blessed. You did the right thing to be let go of all those burdens, and that's gonna carry with you. Yeah. But that's a mark of that you actually did it. and that you didn't skate by avoiding your accountability for all of your actions.
Right.
You know what I do sometimes? Like, I go back to like the root cause of what made me want to make the decision to even start the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I go back to be like, damn, like, what made me want to cheat? What made me, not what made me want to cheat. Well, yeah, what made me want to cheat and what made me want to be comfortable with doing that.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I just be like, damn, was it because I was just able to do it? Was it something that I was chasing from? Like, was I not getting something on one end? Like, these are the things that I'm like, damn, what made me want to even start this shit? And that's the shit I be like, damn, like, I don't want those things to pop up anymore. Like, I don't want that, what is it, I guess, urge?
Yeah.
You say urge, you know what I'm saying? I don't want the urge.
Temptation.
Yeah, like, and it sucks because it's like, I guess that's, you'll never be able to get rid of temptation. It's right. About how you handle it.
It's how you control it, yeah.
And so, like, it sucks because it's like, what do you do when you sit there and like you are in that wrestling with God moment? The fears, the doubt, the uncertainty. Like, do you just sit there and you just be like, look, if this is for me, then you're gonna make it happen? Or do I like let go and just be like, fuck it, it is what it is, and going about my day?
Right.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's just, that'd be me overthinking, because I don't even want the genuineness of me to cause another problem that I gotta fix.
And so then that's when I feel like, you know, like you said, we have to stop overthinking and just, like you said, focus on the intentionalities. Like, as you were saying that, the analogy popped in my mind of, you know, hiding your report card from your dad when you was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the intentions of me hiding my report card, I had good grades. I hid it for Doug, you know, because Doug had good grades. But at the same time, the intentions behind it was I'm trying to be a good brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I knew the intentions behind what I did. It was bad. I got punished for it. But after I got the punishment, move on. You know what I'm saying? You move on, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that a lot of people are just, a lot of us, we fear that punishment of what's going to happen after something happens. Yeah. And I think we have to just learn to just accept it. You know what I'm saying? Accept whatever's about to come. Like, you know, like a lot of times, like I said, I send the message, and after I send it, I dust my hands off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's gone, it's sent, I say what I had to say. I feel better about myself because I did what I had to do. Yeah. However this person decides to respond, if they do respond, that's up to them. You know.
And so to kind of bring it back to the wrestling thing too, what I was kind of hearing when I was doing my research is like, again, you're accepting who you were and bringing it up to God in the first place. Yeah. Because if you're gonna hide it from Him, then He can't do anything about it. But if you're gonna fight Him, like, and it's not like in a sense of like you're trying to fight Him telling you what to do. It's just like, yo, this is how I feel. These are the things I like. These are the temptations that I keep falling into. This is how I'm feeling, and all of this, and I don't know what to do with it. And like, you're telling me to do this, and I don't know how. Yeah. But you wouldn't know that unless I was wrestling with you in the first place. Yeah. Right. So then, like sending the message, yo, I'm gonna let you handle that. Yeah. I said what I had to say, I let it go. Yeah. And you do what you will, and that's what kind of like derail a little bit. That's why I'm happy that I was able to do it for her, and then in a sense I was able to do it to God, because then now He can handle it, and He's the only one that can handle it, because I wasn't handling it for the past 5 years. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it to Him. I'm gonna give it to her. Right. Do what you will. Oh, thank you for forgiving me. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it, and thanks for doing that. Right. Yeah. And now it's done.
Yeah. And then look, now you say it now, right? The wrestling part. Another part of that story that I think was part big too. Hope I'm not mixing them up. But during the story, did he not say, to God asked him what his name was? Yes. And then he wanted to say Ishmael, which is the brother that he betrayed, and he wanted to cover it up. But he finally had the nerves to say, that's not me. I'm Jacob, I'm this, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't me no more. That was me lying in the past, saying I'm this person.
this is me right here. Take me as I am now.
Yeah.
And then that's when he got his blessing of, good.
And then he renamed him.
And then he renamed and gave him a new name.
He said Israel, the one that wrestled with God. Like, you're Peter right now, but I'm giving you this name, this new name, because of what you did. Yeah. And you still may not even be that new name now, but because you did that, you're gonna become that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what else is weird though? Like when you said when you're trying to hide stuff. Like when you're trying to hide those temptations, when you're trying to hide the truth from, like, you may get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may get away with it, but in reality, it's just like,
you put out negative energy.
It's the energy, but it's just like, you might as well just go ahead and like just admit to it, because it's negative, right? So if you let him reveal it, it's gonna be a shit show the way it comes out. It's gonna be everything you didn't want somebody to see. It's gonna be every little detail. It's gonna be from A through Z and all the periods in between. It's gonna be everything you did, even the big shit, little shit. Oh, you was texting me this, you was going over here, you bought this, wop. Instead, you could have just told the truth up front, got rid of everything. And sometimes you may leave out details. Because it's like, sometimes you just be like, fuck, like I just want to be able to get it out. I'm gonna leave some details, but like, fuck, I'm already hurting this person.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I don't want to be like, I took her out, but then I bought her some flowers. Yeah, I took her out. We went to your favorite restaurant. Yeah, we had sex. We did it over here. We like to do that. Like, it'd be the big thing, and then it'd be like, boom, the little one, that's the one that hurt the most. But then if you don't tell the truth, it's just like, okay, so I'm gonna let them know this and a little thing, because now it's just gonna be a double whammy the whole time. But it's like I said, you just gotta, like you said, have that courage just to be like, look,
take accountability.
You gotta take accountability, and then, be vulnerable. Like, you don't want to make excuses, because when you're trying to tell somebody the entire truth, when they're on the receiving end of it, it looks like you're making excuses. When you're trying to tell them like, these are the urges I'm having, but the urges came from this. And then they're like, oh, you're a grown man, you're supposed to be able to get over that. You still dealing with traumas from a child. You'd be like, I never got them healed. So if your mom never showed you nurturing love as a child, what's the one thing you're going to see as a grown-ass man?
Nurturing.
Nurturing love. But then you don't even know what nurturing love look like. So guess what? You may have a girlfriend and she can be showing you nurturing love, but you never seen it. And then some other woman comes and shows you a little bit of something, and you're going to go dive head first into that. And then this is a revolving door, and then, until you take the step back, and then you can have a conversation with your mom and be like, why didn't you hug me as a kid? Why didn't you do A, B, and C to me as a kid? And then you realize, like, okay, they were still learning, but then it's just like, no, these affected me. That's what I dealt with when I moved away. I had to speak to my mom like, you didn't give me this, and I've been searching for this shit for my entire life and did not know it. Until when I started dating, first girlfriend, all this other stuff, I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know what I was. So think now, okay, you view it as, okay, sex is the way to get affection. Having multiple women is the way to get everything that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? From the love to the affection to the understanding to the care. It's like, no, all these things can be wrapped up into one. But it's like, if you don't have that, if you don't know what that is, you start looking for it elsewhere, and then all of a sudden you're hurting somebody. And then now, me being 30 years old, is like, fuck, the decisions I made as a 23, 24, 25-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Like, these shits are fucking with me now. So, it's like, okay, so now you try to tell that person, like, nah, bro, I was just trying to find affection. I was just trying to find love. I was giving that to you. I didn't know that you were trying to give that to me. And I'm sorry for not realizing what you were giving to me. And then it's just like you said, at that moment, those are the things, that's the wrestling moment. Like, I'm bridging these gaps. That way the story makes sense. Not the story for you to understand me, but the story in my head to understand, like, I can't do that shit.
Right.
If the right thing that I should have did was like, hey, like, I don't understand what love is. Can you help me?
Yeah.
That way, that person can know, oh, so when you get mad at this comes from this. That helps your partner learn you. That way, like you said, instead of, like, you don't have to have sex all the time to get some affection. Okay, babe, what's your love language?
Right.
It could be intimacy. It could be just you holding me while you watch a movie.
Right.
Because those are the things that you may have wanted as a child, and then you see other people who get it, and it's just like, oh, fuck, your mom loved on you as a child, huh? Your dad cared about you. Like, your dad, he was able to give you the father figure love, and the mom, the nurturing love.
Right.
That way, when you become a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman,
You got both.
you can identify, like,
The difference.
nah, that's not what love is.
Yeah.
But then
And you can speak on it elsewhere.
Right, and I love how you like definitely what you said in there. Like, it sounds like the whole conversation is self-accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be accountable for everything about yourself, even your past.
Yeah,
Like, you
absolutely.
need to go realize, like, what happened, what went wrong, why did I feel this way? You know, because I had to do that with my dad. You know what I'm saying? I had to call my dad over here, and we sat here for like 2 hours, and we just talked. And you know, I was just talking about some things that I was feeling, and I'm like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I just need some answers because I'm confused.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to understand, why do I feel this way, and I feel like I shouldn't feel this way.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, after those conversations, though, you feel a lot better because you took that, you humbled yourself to be able to ask the questions, and you took accountability. Like, okay, now that I know why or understand it from their perspective, I can make it make sense for me. You know, but yeah, no, I love that, and it was funny because as we was talking, I thought about this story of it was this one guy, and this right here is when the overthinking comes in. I fully believe accountability and humbleness. So there's this one guy, you know, he was living in some city, and he decided to rob the bank. So he went there, robbed the bank. It was successful. He got away, moved to Mexico. So now he's in Mexico this whole time with all this money, and you know, he's living out life 2-3 years, but he's paranoid every single day. He's paranoid he's gonna come back and get him. They're gonna find me. They're gonna get me. So finally, he gets up the courage to say, you know what? I'm gonna turn myself in. So this guy gets up, goes back to the city he robbed, walks to the police station and said, hey, my name is John such and such, and I robbed this bank back in whoopty. And the cop was like, you know, talk on the computer. Oh, okay, what can I do for you? He was like, I robbed a bank, I'm here to turn myself in. And they were like, we don't have no report of a bank being robbed on this day, on this year. You know, and it turned to find out that something happened on the back end to where the bank was like scamming money. So the money that got robbed, they already wrote it off type shit. Yeah. So they made it look like nothing happened. So it was something bigger that happened. I guess the moral of the story is this nigga drove himself crazy. For years, day in and day out, thinking he's about to get caught, he's about to get in trouble, and then when he finally turns himself in, there's no problem at all. There's no issue. It's all overthought.
You know, and I'll relate it back to my like story that I just went through. It's like one of that paranoia. That paranoia is like, yo, the unfaithfulness or just like the genuine not caring or giving love. Now it's like, because I did those things, I was afraid that I might get into another relationship in the future and those things are going to be done onto me because I did that. So then it's like, oh fuck, man, like I don't know. You know what? Let me finally, I don't trust nobody. Let me
over asking questions and shit, overthinking everything.
And now that I've apologized, it's like, yo, first off, it went off way better than I ever expected. I didn't even expect to get a reply or anything. But it's forgiven, and then it's done. There was no need to continue any conversation. There was no backlash. There was no nothing. It was just, okay, that set in stone. It's done. Okay, whatever.
It's done.
Keep it pushing.
It's over. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, just like you said, move on. Now I can truly now it's like truly now. You have to truly forgive yourself. And truly just heal yourself on the inside and know that what I did back in my past is forgiven. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, and that's why, like, you know, a lot of times too, I do it because this is me part being a little too deep. But, you know, I look at it as everybody is God in its own way. You know what I'm saying? And always think about. You remember that Kendrick song?
Yeah. How much a dollar cost?
How much a dollar cost?
That's my favorite song, bro.
He didn't want to get that dude $1, and the dude was like, "Man, if you knew who I was, I'm the Messiah. I'm this. I'm the highest.
Jehovah, the higher power.
You
just watch your spot in heaven. I am God.
Yeah, exactly. I am God. You don't know, and you won't give $1 up because you thinking you earned this $1. You worked so hard for this, and boo.
And you thought I ruined my life because I'm homeless on the street, and you thought I was some junkie and shit. Yeah. It's like, nah, bro.
But then so my thing is like, though, like, you know, deep thought, right? What if Angelina you dated, she wasn't even real? And, you know, it was a test just to see if he's going to come around and forgive her for that. Yeah. Because after this, you may never talk to her again, may never see a picture of her again. Mm-hmm. She becomes non-existent to your life after this.
Yeah.
But the reason she was existing for so long is because you was holding on to that pain.
Yes.
And it's like, once you let go of that pain and understand that, I forgive myself. I hope if she doesn't forgive me or not, I hope God forgive me. You know what I'm saying? If God forgive me, move on. And it's like, it just frees you up and opens you up. You know?
That is weird because it's like, whenever I'm like going through a moment of like adversity, or like sitting there overthinking to myself, like teetering back and forth, like on some shit that I did, I always think about Jay-Z when he was just like, you can't run from the pain, you gotta go towards it.
You gotta go towards it, bro.
Because it's like, if I'm sitting there going back, then I'm sitting there regressing.
That part.
I'm sitting there like, now I'm finna be a shell of myself, and I'm not finna keep growing, and it's like, now I'm doing myself a disservice. Mm-hmm. So who the hell am I to sit there and be like, my fear of how you're gonna react to me is stopping me from growing. So how about I just walk towards this shit? The worst that's gonna happen is you don't reply to me.
You don't reply to me, or like you said, you cuss me out.
Yeah. Like you said, you may never see a picture. I haven't seen a picture of this person in years. Mm-hmm. Haven't spoken to this person in years. You know haven't done anything, haven't had any remote access, been in the same vicinity, any of these things with this person in years. And it's like, why is there fear there?
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy too is like, leading up to this moment, like I would talk to Fernando or like Gerald, and I'll be like, you know, if I ever ran into her again, honestly, I'll just walk up and apologize. Mm-hmm. But like, it's like, now I'm thinking, oh fuck, like now I'm sitting here still paranoid. It's like, oh shit, like do I actually have to do it today? Like that shit, that girl look exactly like her. Oh, it's not. Let me just get this shit out the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Walk towards the pain.
Yeah.
Get it over and done with, and rip off the Band-Aid, and then, like you said, now it's to the point, if you run to her in public, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Boom. In your mind, your record is clear. Yeah. If she spits at you in your face or whatever, that's her problem now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you did what you had to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You took accountability. You sucked it up. You did whatever you had to do to face it.
Yeah. I'm one of those people, like, I'll forgive you. Like when I've gotten done wrong, I forgave them.
Yeah.
And then when I've done wrong, I ask for forgiveness. But it's like at that moment, always I have this mindset thing where it's just like, if I haven't seen you or spoken to you in 6 months, I don't know you anymore. Mm-hmm. You're a different human being now.
Yeah, everybody's
life has changed you. I don't know. You have the same person last name, but as far as like as a human being, I don't know you. I don't know this person. Yeah. So my thing is, if I see you, I don't. It's to some people it's rude, but I don't acknowledge people. Like I don't go up and, hey, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da, because it's like at that point it's just like, you forgave me, I've forgiven you, but we are not the same human beings anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep walking on my path, you keep walking on yours. I hope you don't think that it's disrespectful that I don't acknowledge you. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like in my mind, I don't know you.
Right.
Because it's like you've changed. You may have gotten into a different relationship. You may have gotten a different job. You may have lost a family member. Like it could have been multiple different things that have changed your perspective on life.
Right.
And now I don't know this person. So I do myself a service as being like, hey, I used to know that person over there, but I don't know them. We had our time. You may have did me wrong. I may have did you wrong. All is forgiven, but also I don't want it to be a thing where you're trying to reconnect with me and I have to relearn who you are, and then therefore you may dig up old shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not fair to me or you.
See, so my mindset would be is, and like I said, I'm more friendly than most people, but my mindset is, nigga, let me reintroduce myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hove now. Like, yes, I know that's the Adrian you part used to know, but shit, I'm a whole different human being now. And if you think I'm the same person, then I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That means you haven't grown much, you know. But, you know, it's people like that now that I see, and it's like, you know, shout out Delvania. I know last month I saw her in Smith. It was, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm good. Conversation over. Done. Gone. I walked in the store. She went to go do what she did. Done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's just me being a sociable person, too, though. Mm-hmm. You know, if I see a familiar face, I'm just a natural. Unless I really don't know you. If I really never talked to you in my life and we ain't connected like that, then this person look familiar. I don't know where I know it from, though. Mm-hmm. And I'll keep pushing. But, I'm to the point we had personal connection. I gotta at least acknowledge your presence just because that's just the way I am, though. I don't like the feeling of like you said, walking past somebody and acting like I don't know that person.
It's awkward. That's an awkward feeling.
Yeah, and that's what I like to break that awkwardness.
Yeah,
I'll
walk yourself looking at something stupid as fuck on the ground walking by.
I'd rather walk up to you and like, you went to UNR, huh? And I'm like, yeah. I'll guess, and I did that the other day. Kendra at Burger King. I ran to a Burger King, and I was like, you went to UNR, huh? And I was like, I know you was a part of Able. I know this. Kendra, that's your name. Okay, good to see you. Blah, blah. I'm going now.
Same thing happened at In-N-Out like last month. Because, what was it? I ordered my food and I went to go sit down like in this like corner area near the entrance. And I'm sitting there on my phone and like, again, I feel some eyes looking at me. I look up and then it's like, the girl was just like looking at me. I'm like looking at her like, is she looking at me, bro? And she like, I was like, Danny? Oh shit! Like I haven't seen you since high school. How you been? Blah blah blah. Okay, well, I think doing good. Oh, what you doing? Blah,
I'm
blah,
quick to say, hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah, I said hit me up. But if you don't hit me up, that's fine. But like, it was nice to see you again.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the way I live my life is weird because I don't run into nobody that I dated. We're not in the same places.
Yeah.
I forgot who just said this shit. He was on a rap. But that's not, I wasn't trying to quote that, but I'm saying like, the way they live their life.
It's not how you live your life.
Yeah, I don't do the clubs. I don't do the being out and about in these major places. Like I like to enjoy my life the way I like to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So I don't see them.
Right.
Of course you may see somebody, you know,
my problem
mall.
Yes, maybe.
We all got a grocery shop. Like, don't sit there and tell me, oh, you only shop at Trader Joe's. Like, that's bullshit. Mm-hmm. Oh, I only shop at fucking Saks Fifth. No, you shop at H&M also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it just hasn't been that day when I ran across you. But as far as, like, either I'm at home or I want to be, like, at a little bar, low-key, you know, drinking, chilling. Mm-hmm. But as far as, like, being out and about and seeing them, like, I don't run into people that I've dated because it's just, like, most of the time I'm taking them someplace that they don't go to.
Yeah. Right.
And like when it comes down to, it's weird because it's selfish, but it's like them taking me somewhere. It's like that's just. I'll explain like, you know, that's like, oh no, I don't like to go places like that. Like it fucks with my anxiety. Mm. And it's just like, okay, cool, but I know I'm not gonna go there.
Right.
So I'm not gonna run into them.
Right.
Now if I run into a motherfucker at Smith's or something, hey, whatever. Like, hey, if you want to speak, we can speak. Like I said, I'm not gonna go out my way to speak to you. We in the same aisle. I may say something.
Yeah. And look, so I got the problem of Vegas is too small because, like, for example, Diamond. She was at freaking Kira's birthday party. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are the chances of my, you know? But she got kids, she got married, whatever. Yeah. But it's like, what are the chances of me running to my high school girlfriend at my cousin's daughter's birthday party?
Yeah.
Like that right there is one of those chances. It's like,
it's
I
weird.
can't make that up.
It's weird that you say Vegas is too small. Like, I feel like Vegas is too small when you're on bullshit.
And that's what it is. So like, our community is too small.
I don't even think that. I feel like if you living wrong, if you out here cheating and shit, Vegas is small. Yeah. When you living wrong, Vegas is small. But like if you just living a regular everyday life and you're not doing nothing, I don't run into people that I went to school with. I don't run into people that I worked with. I don't run into people that I dated. Like none of that shit. Like I don't see these, like even like you said, like Smiths in traffic anywhere. Like you would think that like, okay, we all grew up in Vegas, so most of the time we try to avoid the strip. But it's like, okay, so that confines us to a certain area now. Okay, so we may want to go shopping here and there. We might want to go grocery shopping. I do not remember the last time I ran into somebody either from school, relationship, or work, just outside in public.
See, and that's I'm vice versa, bro. I run people all the time. I can't get away from them. Like, if I go to the mall, if I go to Meadows Mall, I'm gonna run somebody's Meadows Mall.
And
like,
that's the thing. I don't even go to the Meadows Mall.
If I go to, I ran into James Brown at not the singer.
R.I.P. him.
Yeah. But I ran into Jim at Smith's. I ran into the freaking Walmart by my barber shop on Russell, where I don't ever go to that Walmart. Yeah. And of course, I run to there, and I run into 2 people from high school up in there that know my name off bat, and I'm like, man, I can remember his name. And then by the time I get to the car, Eddie, that's that nigga name. Yeah. I'm like, it's too late now, but then at the same time, I don't know if I always feel more people come to me and they realize me before I recognize them.
Yeah, same
and that's my problem. Yeah, maybe it's that Jackson shit. But,
it's weird because like I said, when I was fucking up, living wrong, I gotta avoid going places now. It just so happened that the place that I avoid going, I go to somewhere else and someone is there. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where it's just like, okay, you're trying to hide this shit. I'm gonna put this person in the area to make you feel extremely uncomfortable because you're doing wrong.
Right, exactly.
So it's like you go to a bar, you might, what I'm saying, now you at the fucking bar, you go over there, you like, oh, you see that? Man, let's go. Like, yeah, I don't want to be here right now. They don't know why you're saying that. They just like, damn, what's wrong with this one? And you see that person, they know what's going on, but you like, yeah, we gotta go. What's wrong? Like, I don't like this place. You gotta make up some dumbass excuse. Some over here give me a weird vibe. It's like, no, motherfucker, you're the weird vibe because you living wrong. But if like you're not doing wrong, you just go in any place and hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's like I said, that's when I was living wrong. Like I said, Vegas was small as fuck. But when I just cut the bullshit out, let's go here. Come on, I'm here. Let's go eat somewhere.
Right.
It's whatever now.
Yeah, and that's what it is. When you got no worries, shit, it's easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you walk around, like you said, with that, I got to look over my shoulder, that feeling of, oh my gosh, somebody's going to see me. Do I know this person? That person knows this person? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that shit's scary, bro. Like, that shit is scary as hell. And then, like, you sitting there like, oh, shit. And you sitting there texting motherfuckers, like, where you at? Oh, what you doing tonight? Oh, I'm at home. I can go out.
Making sure, yeah.
Yeah, like when you gotta make sure and check on shit and like you be like, this ain't the life, bro. This shit is too much of a headache. Like, and it sucks because it's like, I think everybody who I don't put a stigma on men, all men, but like, when you're on bullshit, like growing up to figure out this life shit, you're gonna go through the cheating phases. You may go through the you know what I'm saying, the scandalous bullshit. And it's like until you realize like this shit is doing me more harm than good, that's when you'll stop. Yeah,
and that's one thing, I was gonna bring up too. Life will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Life will humble you and low-key make you take accountability whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I learned over my lifetime. Like life will just make sure you know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you learn this lesson. No matter how long it's gonna take, you're gonna learn this bad boy at some point.
What's some of the major like moments of your life when you be like, that moment humbled me? Like, can you remember, like, let's just say, I guess, let's go elementary, middle, and high school moments, and then, like, I guess, an adult. Like, what was those moments where you be like, yep, I thought I was on some shit, and life and turned around and sat my ass down?
Well, shit, I'm gonna tell you my first one off bat. This is my first incident with karma. We was living at Corsica Island. I'm sure you probably remember that house.
No, for Clayton.
Yep. Yeah. So we was living at Corsica Island. I remember we rode our bikes to the store. I stole a pack of cookies. I got home and I had no house key in the house, and I was screwed. I had to sit outside in fucking Vegas summer weather until my dad got home from work.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? That was my first sign of how karma works out and plays itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But middle school, I can't tell you about middle school. Middle school was a blur. Yeah, high school for me, it had to be football. My senior year, like I got humbled when I started to understand so when I got into fraternity in college, one of our rules was no girls. You cannot talk to girls. And it clicked. It took me back to high school, and I was like, man, I wish I knew this rule my senior year while I was playing football, because I was playing football, but I wasn't focused. I'm talking to females all the time, and girlfriend who's a cheerleader, and freaking, with the D, without the D, my conversations.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I didn't know what the fuck that shit meant for a while.
Yeah. I was talking to two girls who were best friends with the same exact name.
AT was the only one that knew, like, with the D and without the D. I'm like,
yeah. I
don't know what the fuck this means, but all right, I'll listen.
Like diamond and diamond.
Diamond and diamond. They both pronounced the same way, just one had a D at the end, one didn't have a D at the end.
That's crazy.
And they were best friends. And they hung out together all the time and everything like that. And I was damn near dating both of them at the same time and shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the football really humbled me, because that was a year I know I fell off of football wise. Mm-hmm. Like, I could have been a lot better. I could have been more focused. But I started, I'm football practice worrying about, damn, hope they ain't know what they're talking about each other today. Mm-hmm. Or, what I'm saying, hope they don't know that this one, whatever the case is. Yeah. It was a grimy lifestyle. It was terrible.
Yeah,
and then by the time prom came around, like, everything blew up, and it was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm done with these females.
I'll probably say until my, like, let me see. Okay, I guess there's like two. So like at the end of my stay up in Reno, when everybody moved out, because it was it was the end of the semester, and or the end of the school year, and everybody moved back down to Vegas, but I was still staying up there even though I dropped out. And I was working at Tesla and shit, and then I think it was just the accumulation from trying to always hide shit and then holding shit deep within myself, and then blah blah blah. Now I had no distractions because I'm the only one in this fucking apartment. Everybody else is gone, nobody to talk to because they're busy on summer break. And now I'm here to deal with myself, and I couldn't handle it. And I broke. That was humbling. And then I was still kind of just doing the shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, like the drugs and like hard drugs constantly, and blah blah blah, like all that. And then that's when God sat me down and it's like, stop that shit. And let me see what hell was like, and then brought me out and it's like, you're done. Keep doing this shit, this is where you're gonna end up. So I think those are probably like my, ever since those moments, I think it's just been going up slowly, but it's been going up since then, because I was able to start weeding out all the shit that I don't need to be doing constantly, No,
that's real. Look, I'm gonna lie, my Achilles tearing. That was real humbling for me, because it was like, damn near, you can't use one whole leg. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk. And then that's when I, my mental issues started to come up of holding everything back. You can't do everything by yourself. You know me. I've been a solo warrior forever. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's when the humbleness started coming for me, because it was like I had to call people and ask for help. You know what I'm saying? I had to really call people and ask for help, and it was interesting at the time because I was talking to that Tati girl at the time, and she's the one who got me in for the MRI, and I just broke this girl heart. You know what I'm saying? But it was humbling to see, like, yeah, you can fuck up personal life, but if you're just a good human at the end of the day, people still want to help you out. So it's kind of like a bitter twist. It's like a twisted thing. Like, I gotta ask somebody for help who I just played to the left, but at the same time,
because I was probably the only one that was available at that moment.
Sure. Well, she had access. She had a doctor that was wanting to see me. Her doctor was wanting to see me and come check me out, because I went to quick care. They said you had a sprained ankle.
The fuck?
Exactly. And I had a 3 centimeters tear in my leg, and they were like, you have a sprained ankle. She was the only one that helped me get in so I could get an MRI. You know what I'm saying? And MRI on Tuesday and surgery on Friday. That's how fast the shit went. So it was like, stuff like that humbled me in life. I had to take a step back, calm down. What are you doing? And then shit, COVID hit too. What?
Yeah, and then you have to sit with all of it.
I think my main 3, like, first was I got held back in 6th grade, so that was like the most embarrassing thing at the time in my life. Like, that moment was like when I found out, like, my dad called the school. Cause I'm like, school finna start back. I want to go school shopping. I wanted some Dub Zeros. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted some J's. And he called the school and was just like, you got hit, like, you know what I'm saying? He was, you got held back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to repeat the 6th grade. So that shit was like extremely like disappointing and like embarrassing and humbling at the same time. Like, it was like the worst feeling you can imagine. Like, to know, like, damn, all my friends are leaving me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
because you weren't doing what you were supposed to do.
Because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. But in that, I met my best friend now. And I feel like that's the reason why, because I feel like we needed each other through this life. And then high school. Didn't graduate high school. I had to go get my GED. That shit is embarrassing when it's embarrassing, like same thing, embarrassing, humbling, all of that shit. Because my best friend who stayed with us, he's graduating from fucking high school at the time. So it's like, you sit there and you be like, fuck, like, how does someone you live with, y'all going down the same exact path, and it's just like, oh shit, like, he's graduating and you're not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, fuck, now you gotta take that step back, and now you gotta go the long way. Now I gotta walk to CSN every day to try to take my GED test, to try to get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, in the relationship I was speaking about earlier, it humbled me because it was just like, you sit there and you realize, like, fuck, like, you can be doing right by somebody, and like, they still do you wrong. And then this is when, like I said, I learned who I was in that moment when I went out to Washington, when I moved, because that's when, like you said, you're in an apartment by yourself. You got to sit by yourself and know who the fuck you are now.
Yeah.
My mom is in Las Vegas. All my family is in Las Vegas. They're a flight away, but nobody got the flight money to come up here if I need something. So now you got to figure out how to be a man. I got bills and shit now. This is my place. This is my shit. Like, now you got to figure out how to run your apartment and your life and all this other shit. Now you got bills. Okay, I can't just be like, here, mom, go $300 for the month. Got rent and all this other shit. But then it was just like, another humbling moment was, I'm in a relationship with somebody who I shouldn't have been with in the first place. That's where I fucked up at.
Same with the last one. For
you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have been with this person because I should have listened to somebody who knows me a little bit more than I know myself. I should have went a different route and then just stayed the course. But then I lost my job. The job that I wanted this job I wanted this job for a very long time. Like, fuck, I want to be a garbage truck driver. They make good money. It's a good career. It's not some easy ass shit to get into. You know what I'm saying? And then God gave me this moment. I remember the moment. We at the house playing the game, smoking big weed. I done bought a good zip. We hanging out.
Yeah.
I get a phone call. Yeah, you might be able to get a job out here. At that moment, I stopped. Here, take the weed job. I don't want it anymore. I gotta get clean.
Yeah.
I get the job, get out there. I wasn't gone no longer than 7 months, and it all got ripped away from me. I lost my job. I'm breaking up. I'm losing this apartment. I gotta go back home and live with my mom. I don't have no money. I spent all my money either paying for her stuff to get back where she was at and gas money to get back home. Now I moved back in with my mom. I ain't got no job. I got a car note I gotta worry about. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, all of these things, I'm sitting there like, fuck, like, when is this ass whooping gonna stop? Like,
yeah, that part.
I understand what I did and I'm asking for forgiveness, but it's like, you still need to learn a lesson. But then I didn't understand why. And then I got humbled again. Car got repoed. Engine blow up, car get repoed. Like, what the fuck is going on? You sit there and you just be like, there is no way that, like, you have to humble me this much. But then it's just like, okay, I took a step back and I'm like, everything that's being stripped away from me was tied to something that came from a negative place.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the car that I had, I was rolling around with this woman who I shouldn't have been with. Lost my job because I was with this woman. Lost my apartment because I moved this woman in. And I came home and got stripped of everything. And now I'm on the verge of building everything back up. You know what I'm saying? Like every other person in a relationship, we have our ups and downs, but like she's solid with me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like she's helping me navigate through this shit. And it's still, I find moments of being like angry. Because it's like, as a man who gets up every day, you should think, why don't I got this yet? Why don't I have another car yet? Why don't I have this much of my savings yet? And then you sit there and you be like, I mean, you didn't lose it all in one motherfucking day, so you're not gonna gain it all in one day.
Right, yeah, that part.
And that's the issue that's the humbling experience. And that's the shit that you be like, fuck, like, okay, I don't want to be humbled by personal decisions anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is scary when you gotta wait for your humbleness to show up.
Yeah, because like you waiting for all of that karmic backlash to come slap you in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you knew you was doing it wrong and you know it's gonna come back and get you. So why keep doing it?
Literally.
Yeah, I'd rather be humble just because of like, okay, well, you know, I'd rather have something get removed for the sole purpose of something else coming in, rather than, oh, I was doing some shit wrong and I got this far and now
It's gonna be taken away.
Take it away. And now you gotta start from 0.
Literally, you are starting, like, literally, my life got broken down. Like, literally, I'm sitting there, I applied for Republic Service almost 30 times. And then the moment I get the job, I'm gone. I'm moving to another city, everything that you want to do as an adult, move away on your own. You got the job you asked for. You want to experience life. That shit was gone.
Right.
It was snatched away, and then it was just like, okay, like you got what you wanted, but you got this shit in a wrong way.
Right.
You didn't get it honorably.
Yeah. No, and that's real, and that goes back to the drug dealer stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you doing bad for your community, earning money 9 or 10 times, like I said, they don't keep that money. Definitely if not giving it back or whatever. Like, if you didn't earn it, and then on top of that, did you earn with good intentions? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got the car with the idea of, ooh, I got me a black car with 10. I can go right around and pick up any female. Nobody know who my car is, see me, my car base. And shit like that is like what fucks stuff up. And I feel like, something super humbling to me. Driving around that El Camino for a whole damn year. Like, if that wasn't a humbling experience, the idea you can't get on the freeway, you can't drive for more than 20 minutes without the bitch start to overheat on you. You know what I'm saying? You got no AC in that motherfucker, no tinted windows, like big body turning, gas guzzler. Like, that right there was a humbling experience for me, because it was like, okay, let me get myself truly together. Like, I'm doing good, but I can still do better. Because I lost the car that I had and I didn't pay their insurance, and now I gotta go and ask my dad to help me with a loan and stuff like that, which denied me. So they denied me. My dad wouldn't even give me my loan. It was like, damn, my own parents wouldn't give me money because I'm bad with money like this. So I really gotta get it together. But then blessings always lead, and that's my thing. When doors close, blessings always come. And I think that's one thing. I posted the other day. We focus on one door for so long, we don't even notice the other door down the hallway opened up for you. And it's calling, and they're waiting you in. And your ass,
light and everything.
You seen the light, but you just focus on this front door in front of you. You're like, I don't see nothing over there, nothing over there. Me going through all that shit, I found my, freaking coaching job, doing the kid stuff with the kids and all that stuff. And I found the trivia night, and the Achilles, me breaking my Achilles made me realize how wild the world is, and started the podcast. So it's like a lot of that stuff led somewhere. So that's why I always say too, everything happens for a reason. The goal is to find the reason. But then if you can humble yourself and take accountability for your life, you will make those hits not hurt as bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be more of
what's next.
What's next? I took the hit, and I'm not gonna let it break me, because at the end of the day, I'm still doing the best I can for myself, or I'm still trying to be the best person, a man of integrity. You know what I'm saying? Check out Marvin's episode. We talk about that the whole time. But the man of integrity, like being that man of integrity, speaking the truth, standing up for people that need to be stood up for, giving back. You know what I'm saying? Loving the people you need to love, and just keeping respect with all people, because you don't know who's going through what. That right there, I feel, helps that soften that blow when the humbleness does kick in. Because there's a lot of things too. Shit. Yes, I understand the stove is hot, but I know the air fryer was hot too. So I burned myself in the air fryer now. Now I learned that lesson. You know what I'm saying? And then now I learned the lesson of, oh shit, the water can get so hot it can boil me too. I play with water all the time, but I can't play with it all the time, because if it get too hot, it's gonna burn me. So it's like little things like that.
I think, one of the biggest things that taking accountability and being humble really takes away that pride.
Yeah,
and I think that's I understand how, or I hear that God hates pride, and I understand though, because it's just like, how can you be so confident in something, or how can you be so boisterous in something, but you're not even living that life? You don't know all the caveats that go into everything, or you aren't even living a perfect life yourself. So why are you so big-headed about it? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't leave yourself with confidence. You should be confident in the fact that you're doing the best you can and how far you've come, but you're not above anybody else.
Yeah.
You're not above anybody else.
Exactly.
Even
Everybody
the person that you hurt, even the person that's hurt you, you're not above anybody else.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, that's when the humbleness kicks in, you know, like being humble, the time together. I feel being humble will help you be accountable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It'll make accountability so much easier because you understand, yo, I'm late. I ain't gonna be able to make it on this time. I'll be there in an hour though. That being humble made you be accountable to other people in their time and let them know that, okay, this person's running behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you called me and said, oh, I'm lost, fam. I need you to help me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was real though. Like, that's real.
Because I told him maybe like 10 minutes earlier, you need the address. I'm like, nah. That's how quickly shit can go change. Like, between fucking Cheyenne and Rainbow and fucking Cheyenne and fucking Buffalo, I'm sitting there driving, like, they're literally 2 streets apart, or maybe a street apart, and I'm like,
a bridge apart.
like, what the fuck? I'm lost. Does this come to Durango? No? Hey, yeah, how do you get to your house? I'll take Cheyenne, make a left on Buffalo. Oh, that make a U-turn.
And someone told me, I was like, man, he been here a lot of times. He probably know. But I'm like,
but yeah, it's
at the
like,
same time, let me ask, just in case.
Yeah, you sit there and you be like, okay, like, shit. I'm used to going one way. I'm used to getting on the freeway, getting off from 95, going up to motherfucking Summerlin Parkway, and getting off on fucking Durango. Straight shot. Didn't get on the freeway, just fucking on my phone, driving, looking. Look on the freeway, it's traffic. I'm not getting on that motherfucker right now. And that happens, but it's cool though, because it's like what I've been learning lately, because I'm still
growing.
I'm still growing, and I'm still trying to break out of certain ways of leading with forgiveness. Like, my girl has taught me a lot about, like, just being the first to say, like, hey, let's talk about this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm still, to this moment, like, I'm still learning that. Like, I'm still learning that it's okay to sit there and be like, hey, I need your help. I wanna be the first to do this, because, like you said, it's a pride thing sometimes. Like, I ain't finna say that shit, fuck that. Like, I'm finna be mad.
Set that pride to the side.
Yeah, and
I can figure it out myself.
It's that, and it's just like, I'm just gonna be mad then. Fuck it. We both gonna be in this bitch mad then.
For no reason.
And it's like, do you really want that moment? Like, what is it that you get out of that? You don't really get shit out of it, but I'm gonna sit in it, because it's like, it's what I want for me right now. It's like, dude, you shouldn't do that. Like, just have the conversation, get back on quote unquote good terms. That way you can not have this anger inside you, or that little thing that's saying, well, you need to apologize because you know you're wrong, right?
Right, exactly. That little thing is talking to you in your head.
And it's so loud. It's loud, but it's so calm too. It's just like, hey, just do it.
Because it's right.
Yeah.
Right has always been
right.
Right has always been right, but it's always calm.
Yeah.
Wrong has always been loud and like.
And that's 100%. And that's why I say, you know, man, let's rip the Band-Aid off. You feel this is right to send this, send it. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that's the right thing to do, just do it. Like, keep it 1,000. That's all I talked about the other day, doing some random nice stuff for people. I gave that guy a ride home. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to give him a ride home. He wasn't that far away. You know what I'm saying? But I just saw that he missed the bus, and something was telling me, like, get this man a ride home.
Yeah.
Something was telling me, get this man a ride home. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, he lived right down the street. Cool guy. Shit. Quick conversation, but it was well needed. I haven't talked to nobody all day, because I sit in my damn corner all day, in my damn apartment. So it was like, okay, I got some human interaction. I did a good deed for the day. Shit, now I can go home and feel semi-accomplished.
Yeah, I did something.
Yeah, I did something. I did something nice for somebody else.
Yeah, because it's weird you say that, because it's like, I go to Cane's a lot on my lunch break. And like, it was this person in there. You can tell he didn't have no money. He wanted something to eat, but you can tell he didn't feel comfortable asking people. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know if it's pride, ego, whatever it was. And so like, I just walked up. I tried to like play it cool, like I didn't want to just be like, hey man, you want something to eat? Cause that's embarrassing. I walked up to him like, bro, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, you sure you hungry? He was like, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I was like, all right, I got you. Mm-hmm. And then I was just like, I'll go up there and order your food, and when they call Mel, you just go get it. Mm-hmm. So I go up there and like, hey, what's the food name? Mel. Walked up there and got it. And he ate. And you can tell he was hungry because he ate the food fast.
Devoured the shit.
But who the hell am I to sit there and be like, I see something wrong, but I'm not even going to do it.
I'm not going to do that.
Because another one of my favorite quotes is Nipsey said, like, we're all in the same boat. Mm-hmm. Doing better than some and worse than others. No matter what you do in life, it's somebody doing way better than you, and there's somebody doing a lot worse than you. Mm-hmm. So we're always in that middle. So it's like, okay, who am I to sit there and be like, I see this person doing worse than me, let me ignore that. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want nothing in return. I don't know what my blessing's gonna be, but I'm not in it for that. I'm not just, hey, let me go get this person some food, but I might get a blessing on the back end of this.
Right.
No. I'll just say, bro, you hungry? Cool. When they say my name, go up there and get it. You good?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm to the point of I'm just want to help another human out, because if I would just miss my bus, I would love for somebody to offer me a ride down the street real quick. Or shit, if I was at Cane's and my fucking debit card declined, I'm sitting here starving. I would love for somebody to be able to just, hey, bro, you look, you hungry, bro? You want something to eat?
You want something to eat, bro? Like shit, who am I to sit there and be an asshole to you or make you feel like you are less invisible?
Yeah.
Because that's what, when you want something and people don't low-key offer, you kind of feel invisible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You feel like, fuck, like, don't nobody notice me right now? Mm-hmm. Everybody just going on about your life, huh? You just going up, you walk past me, smooth, smelling good. Mm-hmm. I've been sitting here for 5-10 minutes and they ain't said my name, but yet you realize, like, everybody else got their food and you can't even come ask me. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel helpless.
Yeah.
And then that's some bullshit happens. Mm-hmm. But then that's when you gotta pay attention to your surroundings. And just ask questions like, bro, you good? You need something?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What was robots? See a need, feel a need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. I love it. So, fellas, I know we're going over time a little bit. I just want to say, I think that was a great conversation.
That was fantastic.
Being humble and taking accountability. And I feel that, everybody in the world just needs to do that. To wrap it up, it's kind of funny because I was listening to, I'm listening to The Richest Man in Babylon right now, and I don't know what chapter it is, but it was a chapter about the camel driver. Mm-hmm. So the guy, he was pretty deep. He was his dad taught him how to make saddles. He was making good money, but he wasn't able to hold on to his money. Wife left him, lost his house. He was trying to do like a random mission to make some quick money. That shit went wrong. They got captured. He became a slave. He got sold to somebody. All this shit happened. One of the housewives helped him escape. Blah, blah, gave him a camel, said, get out of here. And it was kind of deep because he was saying, as he was walking back to what he believed was Babylon, he was walking and it was this desert. There was no water, no food, just him and whatever he had on himself and the camels. That was it. And as he was walking, he got to the point where he couldn't walk no more. He was so thirsty, so hungry, couldn't do nothing. But he was like, man, I can't do this. I'm about to give up. But then he was like, you know what, though? I need to go make amends for myself. I need to make amends for myself. So him needing to make amends is what drove him to get back to Babylon. Yeah. And just that drive of, I need to make amends. I need to be accountable for myself. I need to show these people that I want to make a difference. I want to be different. I want to change. That right there, fight him through his hunger, fight him through his thirst. And then as he's on his path, what does he run? He runs to more water. He runs to food. He runs to green pastures. Now he can supplement himself. Yeah. And then now he's truly feeling better. What's the first thing he does when he gets to Babylon? He goes back to everybody he's indebted to and pretty much says, I'm sorry, I ran away from the debt. How can I repay you? I'm here to make amends. Mm-hmm. And then boom, him trying to make amends for everybody got him to be one of the richest men in Babylon, because he went through hell accountability for himself, was humble, did what people asked him to do to pay them back so they can say my record is clean.
Yeah.
And now he's the richest camel herder in Babylon, to the point where, as he was about to tell this story, when he walked to the restaurant, somebody owed him money. He was like, oh yeah, man, sit down, I'm gonna tell you a story. The people in the restaurant saw that, you know, Johnny's about to tell a story. These niggas grab their rugs and go sit next to him because they want to hear his story, because that's how wise and powerful this guy is.
Yeah.
And the first thing he says is, y'all know I was a slave, huh? You know what I'm saying? And it's like pretty deep. Like, I feel like that with everything that we talked about today.
Yeah.
We had this mindset, and it's like, we're not that no more. You know what I'm saying? We've grown, we're better, we're new.
It's weird because I had this thing saved in my Instagram since July 21st of 2019.
Oh, perfect quote. Go ahead.
And it's the richest man in Babylon.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta listen to it. Oh, what does it say?
It's just like the basic principles of effective money management.
Oh, yeah, the gold, yeah.
So
Save
literally,
10%.
like save 10% of everything you earn for investment. Learn to live off 90% less than your income. Invest in cumulative capitalism. Invest only in areas which you have expertise. Buy the house which you live in, so you don't waste your money. Have realistic insurance program. Always keep working at various ways of means of increasing your income.
Yeah, take advice from wise men.
This is the shit. Like, I literally have this. I just, you know what I'm saying? I save shit because I'm like, this can give me information in some way. Mm-hmm. And like, this shit has been in my phone for almost 3 years now, or 4. Mm-hmm. And it's like, these are the, like, you know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that to let me know, like, that was the right thing to do.
Yep, that was the right thing to do, bro.
Didn't know it then. Took fucking 4 years to almost know it. Mm-hmm. But I know.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it, man. So then I'm gonna end with this quote right here from John Maxwell. My favorite quote for him. The attitude is the paintbrush of your mind. And based off what we've been talking about today, when you have that feeling in your heart or that negative connotation, or you just want to be evil, whatever, all your pain is going to be nice and dark. You know what I'm saying? Dark and evil looking. But then when you want to go and take accountability, be peaceful, and you start to clear your mind up, your mind becomes more of a beautiful scenery. Yeah. You know, so that's my mindset, the whole thing of, you know, let's be humble. Let's be humble to ourselves, our fellow humans. Let's be accountable to ourselves and the fellow humans. You know what I'm saying? Respect each other time. If you feel like you got to say something, say it. You know what I'm saying? Get it off your chest, free yourself, free your spirit, free your heart. Take that weight off you. You're carrying that weight for no reason. Let it go.
Man.
You know, and yeah, man, just keep swimming. You got that shit.
That worked.
Yeah, I love it. Anybody else want to leave anything?
Shit, man, look. In life, you just gotta identify your purpose and be willing to go through anything that is worth your purpose.
Yeah.
So that's basically it, bro. Just do what you gotta do, because sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want to get.
Right.
It's okay to know that you're not perfect and accept it.
Yeah. Shit, accept you're not perfect. And then flow with that, you know. Look, I was thinking of the quote I heard yesterday was, do not accept. Oh, shit.
Oh, I broke something. Pause.
Mulligans. Cut this out. Oh, this is wrong and cut.
Yeah, it's all wrong. I was thinking about cutting it, but I'm not cutting it.
Okay. So the quote I wanted to share was, now, don't submit to annoyances that you do not want. So if it's something, so for example, if you really don't want that, why are you going to accept all the drama that it's going to bring?
Like the emotion.
The emotion, the whatever the work is going to, let it go. If you don't want to, let it go. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth the emotion. It's not worth the anger, the heat. But if it's something that you actually want, as you said, your purpose, go through whatever you got to go through to get to that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Even if the purpose, like you said, is personal forgiveness, man, go to wherever the fuck you got to go through. If you got to go talk to every one of your ex-girlfriend, boyfriends, shit, all your sneaky links, whatever the fuck the case may be, and apologize to every single one of them to feel that freedom purpose that you want to feel, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want it, do it. If not, then don't worry about it. Don't suffer it. Don't drive yourself crazy for it and
not
make yourself
suffer
feel.
in silence either.
Yeah.
Like, as men, we suffer in silence a lot.
Yes.
We just hold shit in.
Let it out.
We smile through the bullshit, but it's building. So like, don't suffer in silence. Like, if you may not feel comfortable talking to your girlfriend, or you got a homeboy who you tight with, talk to him. Just get it out.
Get it out.
If you feel like you can go to your partner and talk to them, get it out. Like, don't suffer in silence, because you don't want that burden of being like, damn, I want to say this, I need to say it, but I'm not gonna say it to please other people.
Exactly.
Because they have no problem making you feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. I love it. Everybody's doing what the best for themselves, for sure.
Yeah.
So I love it, man. So yeah, Mel, appreciate you for joining us for this episode, fam.
Gotcha. No problem.
Very knowledgeable, very deep, very personable. So I appreciate everything. Bros, thank you again for another podcast. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yep, you guys already know we got new episodes coming every Monday, so make sure you guys check that out. If you haven't signed up for your Audible book yet, highly suggest go listen to the Richest Man in Babylon. He talks about gold, gives you all the steps you need to learn gold, gives you some amazing stories. I want to say semi-funny, but it's pretty deep though. It's pretty good. So yeah, go check that out. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, positive afternoon, a blissful evening, and remember to just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Yes, sir.
Woo.